Hey Radical fans, today's Radical Rundown is building a 3-ball arsenal. We have 3 balls here to fit into the arsenal, but I also recommend a 4th ball that you would take everywhere with you. If you need a spare ball, just remember it's not a spare ball unless it actually makes spares. Usually a polyester ball fits that bill. Some people throw urethane for spares. So we're not going to include that in the arsenal that we build for your everyday bag. The Sneak Attack is a low differential symmetrical ball, solid. It's an 036 differential. It's a good first ball, benchmark type symmetrical ball out of your bag. It's not going to do too much one way or the other. It's going to give you a good read on the lanes. The second ball I recommend is a Pearl with a higher differential. In this case, the Crypto Boom has an 046 differential. We went from 036 to 046. Okay, and then we have a different type cover stock. This has HK22 on it. It's cleaner, more flippy. This has the Microtech Solid MTS1. It's smoother and it's just more readable. So you have 2 different motions right here, and the differentials are big enough difference so you'll see more flare on this ball than you would on this one. So they complement each other. The third ball I recommend for an arsenal is a stronger asymmetrical ball. In this case, the Katana Assault. The differential is 051, so it has a stronger differential than the Boom. The Boom has a stronger differential than the Sneak Attack, but also this has an intermediate differential of pretty strong of 020. It also has HK22 cover on it, and it is a very flippy hooking ball. So you have 3 different ball motions to put this arsenal together with, and a lot of it's based off the total differential, how much the balls flare and where it's going to read on the lane. So you'll have smoother, continuous, more flippy, and then overall hook with a little bit more back end. And that would be a basic 3-ball arsenal that you can travel a league, a lot of tournaments with. You know, maybe you need to have a ball or 2 if you were bowling sport patterns, but this is just your basic 3-ball arsenal. So here's another 3-ball arsenal for maybe a bowler that bowls on more oil, little tighter house patterns, or is more of a speed dominant player. So we put together a different arsenal for you. The Sneak Attack Solid seems to be one that's going to make just about everyone's arsenal. It's a very versatile ball. It's strong enough, but not too strong, and it's not real flippy. It's a good benchmark ball. So the next ball we'll talk about is an interesting addition to the arsenal. It is the Outer Limits. It's HK22 hybrid. It has an 051 diff and a low intermediate diff. So you have a hybrid cover here where you have a solid cover here. So this is going to give you a little more length as far as the cover goes. And because it has an intermediate diff, it's going to be a little bit stronger down lane. So this is a step up. Now, the ball you need, if you need a hooking ball, we recommend the Innovator Solid. And this has Motion Magic cover stock, which is basically the step before we got to HK. And it's a strong, solid version. And this ball has an 053 diff, but it also has a low intermediate diff. So we didn't get into any strong intermediate diffs like we did in the previous arsenal with the Katana Assault. We have lower intermediate diffs to get the ball through the fronts and still have some flip down lane, but the cover stocks are stronger. So this arsenal as itself has a stronger overall cover stock. And again, it's going to be more volume depending on your style of bowler that you are. If you need more hook because you may be speed dominant, or you bowl in places that have a little heavier volumes of oil, this is your second option as a 3-ball arsenal. Remember, the spare ball can be whatever you guys decide to be. It could be a urethane ball, or it could be a polyester ball. But that's today's Radical Rundown, where we talked about 2 different versions of arsenals, and I'm sure you can come up with something. If you have any questions, put them below. Let us know what your arsenal looks like, and we'll see you again soon.